just... So thank you for being here again today. Pleasure. Please bow. So every Sunday, like today, we arrive, we sit, and we have a kind of baggage, luggage, I would say. Mental luggage, mental baggage, physical baggage, depending on what we have done before. And therefore, we sit and we take a moment to acknowledge each other, right? Maybe to feel, if we want to, everyone in our heart, like family members. Like, I love that saying very much, but this is like brothers and sisters in suffering. And this is why we gather around the Dharma. This is what connects us. It might seem a bit depressing to consider that what connects us is suffering. One can also see the bright side and say that what connects us is natural love. Maybe we don't feel it, maybe we do not believe that it is what connects every human being. All right, let's take it as an assumption, hypothesis, and let's see if we can one day experience it for ourselves. Yeah. So we are here with our baggage, this maybe weight on our shoulders, those are feelings, emotions, this state of being right now. And we can choose to sit in a comfortable position. And for a short moment, we can close our eyes or not, and use our body as a bigger container. That will be the object of our attention right now. And we start to feel everything. The body itself, the sensations in the head, in the face, the back of the head, the neck, the shoulders, upper arm, forearms, hands. chest, front, the back, the belly, pelvis area, the hips, on the cushion or on the chair, upper legs, lower legs and our feet touching the floor. This uprightness of the body, and in that frame, that shape that we might perceive as bits and pieces here and there, or one can have a full 3D image of the body. It depends. In that shape there is breathing coming in and coming out. We can pay attention to the breath for a moment. There is aliveness, some brightening energy upon the inhalation, and a kind of releasing energy, relaxing energy upon exhalation. We might feel tension in the belly. Let's see if we can relax it a little bit more. Relaxing down the diaphragm, letting it hang down onto the organs. Relaxing the hips area. And one can, let's scan around the body. You can do it for yourself. Find some areas that you can allow to melt a little bit more. Maybe around the neck, the shoulders, the hands. You are traveling the inner landscape of the body as it is right now. One can relax many areas that we never think about, like around the root of the tongue. You can relax. You don't have to speak right now. Make it soft. Expand to the right and left. Make it light if you can. You can draw a smile on your lips, slight one. You can relax the cheeks, the jaws. You can go onto the eyes. Around the eyes, you don't have to look at anywhere. If your eyes are open, then you don't have to make a sharp image. You can relax the muscles around the eyes. One can relax the eyebrows, left and right. The area between the eyebrows. Make it smooth, open, expand to the left and right. Make the wrinkles there disappear. Make the forehead smooth. Feel the temples. Feel the top of the head. You can feel this area of the top of the head and above. We can feel the skull inside, heavy, dense. And another area that is often also tense is the throat area. We can put our attention there. Try to feel. And see if we can relax anything without forcing, without pushing. Just bringing awareness there. And if you notice some tension that you cannot relax, then that's okay too. Just notice. Back of the neck, in between the shoulders blade. Is there anything there to be melt? We can use the breath to fill the entire body. With its bright energy. We can use the breath to relax more tense areas. By breathing through those areas. And once the tensions are released, we can open again through the whole body breathing. And filling the body with the breath and feeling the good sensations brought by the in-breath and out-breath. And we can stay with this agreeable feeling for a little while. It becomes the object of meditation. In-breath, enjoying the in-breath. Out-breath, enjoying the out-breath. It's possible that through that pleasure, the smiles become larger. That's fine. Let it become larger. And come back to the enjoyment of the in-breath and out-breath. And if the mind wanders, bring it back to the in-breath and out-breath, to the good feeling of it. This breath feeling and this good feeling, feeling the whole body from head to toes. Calming the body. Calming the mind. Whenever you're ready, take your time slowly maybe, to, when it's possible, to move a little bit your body. Sometimes the body is frozen and doesn't want to be moved. Take your time. take a moment to rub your legs. Unfold them if you want. And make yourself comfortable again. So one can really use this kind of body scan and then the use of the breath to calm down the body. Because when before coming here we might have been doing things, thinking about things and engaged in different activities, maybe even physical activities, and the body, then there is a kind of momentum when, of course, this energy still wants to express itself, let's say. And because the body is still agitated, the mind is also agitated. Because the mind is agitated, then it can be felt in the body. And there is a kind of feedback loop between the mind and the body. There is agitation, maybe pain, tensions, and once we start to sit the body, make it still, and starting to look inside, then the pains are revealed, tensions might be revealed, perception of the body from the inside is revealed. And it's possible that when we are in daily life, we are not very aware of what's going on in the body, in the mind. But suddenly, because we start to be still, somehow everything gets revealed. Then the body doesn't lie. It will show its pains, its tensions, nervousness, restlessness, the worries of the mind, maybe the lack of energy. Suddenly, because you close your eyes, ears are inside, perception is inside the body. Suddenly it's different, very different world. Alright, we accept it as it is. That's the current status of the body-mind. Then we see how we can make it more comfortable. Because if the body is not comfortable, then pains will start to attract your attention. That's fine. Sometimes there are practices where we go, you go where the pain is, to study pain, what pain is, and to study the mechanism of the pain and the consequences on the mind. But we can make also the body comfortable through releasing the tensions, through using the breath. We use the breath because it's already available to us. It's there, so we just enjoy it. The idea is not really to modify the breath. It's just to let it feel naturally the body. And at some point when the mind starts to tune into this energy and the good feeling that it can bring through the entire body, then it makes the body very comfortable. And because the body is not crying out of pain or not crying out to be fed or to be made more comfortable. And because this good feeling, actually, if you really feel it, then it's very different from any feeling that you can get from what you are used to do. Like eating something, listening to music, or having nice touch on the skin, nice smells. No, this is something different. This is really a good feeling that fills the entire body. You can actually spread it from head to toes. And this kind of pleasure, you can allow it. Because it will help the body to really calm down. And when the body is really calm, then the mind starts to reveal itself, its activity, and it starts to calm down too. And at that moment it will start to settle and to realize by itself that it doesn't need, let's say, the world to be at ease and peaceful. You can use your body, the stillness of the body, the breath, and then it starts to feel fulfilled, at ease, not wanting anything, not desiring anything, just at rest. And then if you go deeper into stillness, and if there is more and more letting go, then this mind can really expand even more and reach non-physical domains, formless. But calming the body using the breath to make it very still. Some of you might have noticed how our body can become actually kind of frozen, where even micro movements no longer exist, because we are always used to, move a little bit. At least always, even when we talk. It's also to changing position is actually a way to get away from the pain in the body. But it's often not very conscious process. But when you can really frozen the body through the appreciation of the in-breath and out-breath, then you realize how much it can get still. What I advise you to do is to train for yourself without listening to me. Because when you listen to me, actually, you go less deeper than when you do it by yourself, right? Because you have to listen something, to process it in your mind, and then to do, all right? And it's different. So exercise, practice for yourself, maybe even a bit longer, whatever is suitable for you. And well, experience for yourself and see the benefit of this kind of practice. It's possible that you do not really feel this agreeable feeling of the breath. So, well, just repeat from time to time until it appears. It will depend on the conditions of your days, of your practice over the past days. And maybe you will have to sit, I don't know, 3-4 times in a row during the day in order to be sensitive to that. All right. And if you are very tense, you cannot feel it, and that's okay, don't get annoyed. Just do another kind of practice and then come back. So this is how to use the body. The intention, attention is brought back within to soothe yourself. Relax the body, relax the mind. And this is the starting point then after for insight practice. Once the mind is clear, you can put it at work, let's say in the body, to look at the sensations of the body and the trait characteristic of every phenomenon. So you look at impermanence, no self, and unsatisfactoriness in order to develop wisdom, clear understanding. That's not the normal course of the practice, right? Well, that's it for today. If you have any questions, please ask, or any comments regarding the practice we've just made, or any other matter you would like to discuss, or we just also stay for a few minutes in silence.
Hello to all. Thank you very much for the Dharma session. Process with myself is better. Doing the work with meditation gets really better. But I realize in doing the work with other people around me in a group, I had the situation yesterday that my energy is springing out. So the concentration to calm down and to be clear in the contact with the others, this is still quite difficult. But I have a lot of energy, but this energy doesn't come down. It sits in my head and it doesn't come down so that I can concentrate on what the one says, the teacher or my colleague tells me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There's so much energy, but it sits here. Doesn't come down. And I tried to breathe so that I feel my feet again on earth, and then it gets better. But it's still too hectic, too nervous, so that I couldn't really sensitive feel what's the other telling me in the movement. But it's a process. I realize it now, and it's it's nice to see and to observe it now.
Mm-hmm.
Because very, very long time I just did the practices by repeating and repeating. Oops, what's this? Blah. And but I didn't feel it. And now I have the feeling that the energy is better and feel the energy of the other one too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that this correspondence, he gives me my energy, I say, okay, I can transform it, I work with it, but I still have my own energy. And I'm not absorbed by the whole total energy of the other. That's often what happens, and then I get stuck. And this is the process, but it's a long way, but I realized it for the first time.
Oh, very good then. Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's true. So normally if we are not trained in this kind of I would say internal, bringing the attention back here in our center, let's say, we are kind of, I will just mute you because I have some feedback loop for an instant. Yes, so normally in daily life without training, when someone talks to us, all our senses are going outwards. And this is the other person. There is a sense of me still, and there is a kind of, I have to pay attention that my boundaries are, that I'm still protected, you know. So there is a kind of shield, and there is this try to understand, interpret, and gauge a little bit the other. And usually we are not very sensitive to the energy of the other, and therefore it's I would say constant protection. There is no this simple opening of all the senses without judgment. It is very difficult to do, actually. And so this is just talking with someone. You can practice to root yourself when you go to the store and buy a bakery at the bakery store, for example. It's short, 5 minutes, but then you can practice during that time, right? But here we are talking, I suppose, of, for example, training martial arts or Qigong when you have a teacher and there is a bit more energy, right? And you start to become sensitive to it. So that's very good. Yes, because we want to also do it correctly. So we pay very much attention to, and it becomes difficult also to integrate the teacher and yourself at the same time in the same kind of energy field, and to work on your body and at the same time to understand the instruction of the teacher. Yes. And often you have some people on your right, some people on your left, people in front of you, people behind of you. So yes, this is a training. And it becomes even more difficult when you start to combat, fighting. Because you have to pay attention to your body, to the body of the enemy or your opponent. And then, so it's a gradual training. Because I remember when I started Kung Fu combat, I was very scared. And when you are scared about, being hit, or it's just protecting the body. It's the fight or flight process. And then the mind becomes very narrow. You lose your focus, or you have the tunnel focus, exactly as you described very well in the head. And this is what you want to protect. So, you're like this, you're not like this. And the energy is very much different. This is training. The training is to, even when someone hits you on the face, then of course you protect yourself, but still you are open to what's happening on the left, on the right, in front, in the back, inside the body, and the movement from your opponent. This is not easy, so you have to practice over and over again. And you need also some kind of read the other energy, maybe when touching the other one, in order to know what his or her intention for the next move. This is also a training. This is actually partner exercises during combat are first done very slow. Actually, you touch the other, you move with the other, pay attention to the left, to the right, up, down. You do it, the exercise is very slow. Usually we have the tendency to, do it fast. But this is not how you learn to stay calm when you practice. So, good exercise, you go to the bakery store, buy something, be in presence of another person, neutral, you do not have nothing to do with that person, and do as you did, stay in your body, grounded, see how the interaction goes. What you can do also, because as soon as you start to integrate movement, then it's in stillness, it's easier than with movement, right? Because there are more things happening. And because we have the tendency to, as soon as we move an arm, usually it's to grab something. So we have the intention to do something with an object, so our attention goes directly to the object we are interested to. So it's very located. So at home, when there is an object and you feel that you are going to do something with it, then you can practice to go slow and to be with your movement all way long. It looks very simple, but it will, I think, also help you in the practice when you practice with someone. Because then you will be very conscious of your entire movement, and you can also start when you, very simple stuff. It looks so simple that it looks stupid, but this is how it works. This is a practice, actually. So each time you move an object or you move your limb, then you try to be with the movement from the beginning to the end. And if you practice even like this at home, then it will become an habit. And when there is a little bit more agitation around, then still. You will stay, let's say, inside. Okay? What you can train also is, I told you many times about walking meditation. That's also, this is sitting meditation, then you stand, then you walk, right? Lying down, it's also stillness. But standing meditation, also, it's helped you to train how to be sensitive to your body without much movement. There can be internal movement, but without much movement. Then you start to meditate while walking. So it's left, right, one leg at a time, and the arms follows. You can do that Sunday afternoon in your corridor. Perfect practice. Ching, ching, ching. Okay? Then very slow Qigong. Being in a movement every millisecond. Right? And then when a person will be there, it will be maybe not as easy, but with over time, yes, you will stay inside. There was we had this training where we had to actually protect ourselves but slap the other one. Really, ask Andrea. We did this exercise together. So the exercise was actually to stay and try to find a breach and slap the other person. This is how we train, because you have to train this fear of being hit on the head, and you have to stay focused enough in order to duck and find a bridge to the other people and do that. So that's the training. But I understand also when there are also many people around you, also maybe talking, then it's not that easy to not be completely attracted outwards, let's say. It takes time. But this is good to hear that you are benefiting from the practice. And it looks very simple, but we say, it's so simple that it's not even worth doing it. Like sitting meditation will not have any effect on my Kung Fu or Qigong practice. Yes. I think I wouldn't agree with that, because you're really training this sensitivity in the body. You are reducing everything to almost no perturbation, to start to feel things inside, and then you make it more and more complicated to be able to be sensitive in any kind of conditions and stressful situations. Yes. Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you very much.
But it's good that you are sensitive already, very much sensitive about what's happening, because you say, okay, now the energy is very much in my head, and now I have to do something about it. Let's try to breathe, and let's try to ground myself. So it's already a lot that you're sensitive to do, and you are able to implement what you've learned. And you see that when you do that, things start to change. It's not always easy. It's not 100% success, let's say, but this is how we learn, when we manage to do it and when we do not manage to do it as well. Because then we learn about what are the conditions that allow me to do it. Okay. Also, for example, when we are interacting right now, you can also feel that when I talk to you and you listen to me, maybe, this presence in the body is kind of lost, because all your attention is on the words, on listening. Yeah. All right. All right, let's officially stop here. Thank you. And I'll stay there if you need anything else for a few moments. Or you can feel free to leave. Okay? I'll stop the recording. Thank you.